Hello and welcome. It's 3:30 p.m. and I am broadcasting live from Izmir, Turkey. Uh, this is a special broadcast because this is live September PPI producer prices indices of the United States and market reaction to it. So I do these mostly on my Turkish channel. This is first time I'm doing this in English channel. Uh, I will give you some teachings also how you can check the numbers, how you can judge the numbers and make comments about what's going to happen. So, how about going to the action right now? Let's go to the economic calendar. I will use investing.com for training you for these live announcements. Okay, now we are in trading.com. I'm also checking you. And right now you see here our numbers just came in. The core PPI came very high. It was expecting, last month it was 2.5. This month it was expected 2.3. It came on 2.7% for September, the core PPI. And month over month, mom means not my mother, it means month over month. As it was expecting to be only 0.2% per month, it came out in 3% per month. And also the PPI month over month, not the core one, this was core, this is the real one. It came out as 0.05. It was expected to be 0.03. And it was year on year, it was being expected at 1.6, but it came in 2.2. So as you see, all these came in high. In Canada, you can see there were building permits and they increased they were not being, but this is a number for Canada. So what else do we expect for today is you will see under today in the investing.com economic calendar. I checked the English version. You can see, you can look at your country's version also. This is in English. So this morning, European numbers came. It's Wednesday, October 2023. And basically, all these numbers, now I'm going to teach you how to evaluate these numbers. These numbers will be accepted as terrible by the market, okay? Why terrible? Because I'll put my face in the corner here, okay? And maybe this together. No, okay. Why terrible? Because the expected inflation was much lower than what came out as a core and in real life. So what happens is, right now, currently, don't try to judge it, but all past year, it was expected for the inflation to come low so that the Fed will not do an increase in the interest numbers, which markets they don't want Fed to increase the interest now, because if interest is increased, they have a competitive for the stock exchanges, for gold, for oil, and it will make the US dollar more valuable because it's giving a lot of interest. Okay, so now we are going to check the data because I just opened it right on time of the announcement. Now I'm going back to the numbers. Okay, now on this side we are seeing all these numbers being green above the number. Green doesn't mean good. It means on this top it means bad. Okay, for the building permits it may be thought as nice, but it's also bad because inflation is going to rise in Canada as well. People are building like crazy, okay, even with those prices. Tonight, there will be some more this is a local time, and the Fed Waller will speak, and many people will start talking tonight. These are American hours, 8:30 in the morning, okay? This is not my local time in Izmir, Turkey. And tonight, there will be an important news. Let me see here, right here at 2 o'clock at lunchtime in USA. We have to add 7 hours for Turkey. At 2 o'clock, there will be FOMC meeting minutes. Right here, you see with 3 stars. 3 stars means it's important. 2 stars is less important. 1 star is less important. And this shows which country the news is being expected from. So this is expected from United States. Fed will announce the last meeting minutes. So we don't question the sincerity of these minutes being kept, but we'll hear what they are really thinking. Should they be increasing the interest? Are they done? The banks are going bankrupt. Maybe we should stop. But I don't think they'll really note what's in the minutes, the real time. They shouldn't be that, let's say, uncautious, let's say. They wouldn't let common people know that what they are really arguing on. But this is why it's important. Okay, now let's get to what resulted when these numbers announced. Now we can see here. First thing we will look at is dollar index. U.S. dollar index is an index of U.S. dollar compared to mainly European euro and Japanese yen, British pound, Swiss money, let's say, and about 6 items in this basket are compared with dollar. So this means that if it's going up like 105.6, 106, 107, means that people are expecting interest increase. So dollar is becoming more valuable. So if dollar becomes more valuable, commodities which are measured in US dollars will drop because interest rates will go up. The US Dow Jones and others will be expected to go down. But right now, the stock exchanges in the US are closed. They are not open. So I will show you where to check them from the futures of the contracts, not how it closed last night. So if you look at the commodities, they are always for 24 open. This is Brent oil is about $67, lost about 1%, as you see. Why did it lose? Because dollar is gaining value, okay? So you can see most commodities losing value. Gold, this is future gold, 1883. It's not today's value. This is futures gold, 1884 for 1 ounce, and it's up 850 from the morning. It can go back if they see that the interest rates will be increased, because gold is just like other commodities like Brent oil and gold and silver. They are same. Copper, soybeans, you see, these are the samplings here. You can find them all more detailed in this site. Now check the bonds, U.S. government bonds. They are coming down, as you see, from 459 10-year bond. It was very close to 5%, as you remember. 30 year is 474. 5 years is 459. Okay. Now this is a 10-year T-note. This is the value of it. It's a euro bond. Okay. This is the spread of 10 years. So these are too complicated for new starters. Don't worry about the bonds, but this is important for the recession calculation. Okay, when they mention inverted, interest rates in bonds, this is important because normally short-term 2-year bonds should be given much lower. Because if you give a loan to someone, you won't give cheap for 10 years, even cheaper for 30 years. It's opposite. The longer the term, you will ask more money, more interest, okay? But when it's inverted, it's the opposite, and long term and short terms do change. They are equal. The 10-year and 5-year, they are almost equal, as you see. Stocks, you'll see, these are also, I will go to the right here at the top. You have the markets. On the top, you can have a choice here. And we must give markets some time to digest this news. I can react very quickly, but markets do not react, especially they are closed right now. So when we come to stocks, okay, and here we must check the trend in United States, okay. Pre-market is the pre-market United States. See, it's not open yet. You can see there are some stocks here which are going up. Oh, this one is good. Therapeutics is 416% change. That's a lot of money to make. Biopharma, pharma, REIT is a real estate investment trust. So we can see numbers here, but we have to check Dow Jones, and here we go, United States Dow Jones. There are stocks from Dow Jones, okay. S&P 500, Nasdaq, okay, 100, 100. So they're all up right now, as you can see. So I think markets are not really appreciating what's going on in the war zone, because they are shrugging off, and they are shrugging off the increase in the Fed, increase of interest by the Fed, because I think they are not expecting any increase. So all these signs show they don't really bother much about the inflation, producer inflation. Tomorrow we will have the consumer price inflation. So if we want to check, instead of the markets here, we can go to commodities, cryptocurrencies, ETFs. You see they are all listed here. For commodities, real-time commodities, it's like real-time, okay? It's not for the future. You can see that gold is up for the $9.25 to 18.88, and low, the daily low, daily high, and last it was 8.85, okay? And silver is last 22.14, high was 22.26, 21.95 an ounce of and here when we see the numbers in green, that means they are up. When we see the numbers in red, like for the Brent oil, crude oil, we can see they are 1% down, okay? So these are the prices, and you can see there are mixed results. We have the valuable metals being up, excluding platinum, palladium, but gold and silver are up. And so there are mixed results in the market at the moment. So maybe we should check in tomorrow with the CPI to see the real reaction, because markets are not responding as usual to these inflation results, okay, where they used to do. And you can see some boots here, huh? Made in Turkey. So I don't close down the ads. So that I like watching ads. I want to know what's going on. So, okay. Now, going back to, I want to go back to Turkish version because I know most of the people who are watching me are from Turkey. If I can change it from here, yes. Okay, now the Turkish version came. Okay, and now we can see again here. If I press in the Turkish version, indexes, and vadeli index means futures, future of indices. Now this one was one I'm used to. So you see American, US 30, US S&P 500, 100 Nasdaq, S&P. They don't name, they name differently. They are all up a little bit, 25%, less than 1/4 of a percent. Okay, and European indices are very slightly up. You can see they are very slightly up for the futures when they open at about 45 minutes later at 4:30 in our time zone. So these are the indices. Again, if you want to look at the commodities, we check gerçek zamanlı emtia, and we'll see what we saw in the other one. Altın, gümüş, gold, they are up. Okay, they keep being up, and the rest, platinum, palladium, and others, including petroleum, are down. As I said, this is due to expectation of interest increase, maybe by 25 base points, maybe this month, maybe next month. So this is a starter video I made just for you to check, learn about one side. Again, I want to turn to the English side because this is a video to improve your English. Or let me see. It's resisting. Okay, it wants to. Okay, now it's in English. Yes. And there are news here you can watch. ExxonMobil, Morgan Stanley, Walgreens, Plug Power rise. Okay, so these are stocks in the US. US futures edge higher Wednesday, ahead of release of the minutes of the Federal Reserve meeting. So there are no news of the PPI so far here, producer prices, but they are expecting the minutes of the last Fed meeting. Dollar index is 105.52. As you see, it did not increase. It's still negative. So they are not expecting an increase in the interest rates currently. That's why stocks are responding positively. Okay, they are not expecting an interest hike. Otherwise, this would go up to 106 or up. Okay. Now I'll go back to my view. Okay, it was an 18-minute trial. So I tried to explain in English how to check the numbers of the US DXY, we call the dollar comparison rate, let's say, with the basket of other currencies, strong foreign currencies. We learned how we can check the economic news, what time, how do we know when the announcements will be made. So I left a link to remember that. Otherwise, just write economic calendar, okay, calendar, and investing. Just choose that from Google. It will lead you to that page as well. I wish you all a happy day. This was not a prepared program, and as you can see, I just moved from my summer house for a day with a couple of cats to the city, and I will go back and bring the other cats. So it's not a one-time thing. Many cats are impossible to fit in the car. So I'm just carrying them, 3x2, 2x2, like a truck, 4x4. Okay, see you all later on.